Hi there, I'm David from DB Chartered Accountants. The Chancellor, Rishi Sunak, has now announced more details about the extension of the coronavirus job retention scheme. From the 1st of July 2020, the scheme will be made more flexible to enable employers to bring previously furloughed employees back part-time and still receive a grant for the time when they are not working. From the 1st of August 2020, employers will have to start contributing to the wages costs of paying their furloughed staff, and this employer contribution will gradually increase in September and October. The scheme will close to new entrants from the 30th of June. Part-time furloughing. From the 1st of July 2020, businesses using the scheme will have the flexibility to bring previously furloughed employees back to work part-time, with the government continuing to pay 80% of wages for any of their normal hours that they don't work up to the end of August. Employers will decide the hours and shift patterns that their employees will work on their return, and will be responsible for paying their wages in full while working. Any working hours arrangement agreed between a business and their employee must cover at least 1 week and be confirmed to the employee in writing. When claiming the grant for furloughed hours, they will need to report and claim for a minimum period of a week. They can, however, choose to make claims for longer periods, such as monthly or 2 weekly cycles, if preferred. Employers will be required to submit data on the usual hours an employee would be expected to work in a claim period and the actual hours that they do work. The employer's contribution. From August, the government grant provided through the job retention scheme will be slowly tapered. In June and July, the government will pay 80% of the wages up to a cap of $2,500. As well as the employer's national insurance contributions and pension contributions for the hours that the employee doesn't work. Employers will have to pay employees for the hours that they actually work. In August, the government will continue to pay 80% of wages up to the cap of $2,500, but employers will pay employers' national insurance contributions and the pension contributions. In September, the government will pay 70% of wages up to the cap of £2,187.50 for the hours that the employee doesn't work. Employers will pay employers' national insurance contributions, pension contributions, and 10% of the wages to make up the 80% to a total cap of £2,500. In October, the government will pay 60% of wages up to a cap of $1,875 for the hours the employees don't work. Employers will pay the employer's contribution, national insurance contributions, and 20% of the wages to make up the 80% of a total cap of $2,500. The cap on the furlough grant will be proportional to the hours not worked. Important dates. It's important to note that the scheme will close to new entrants from the 30th of June. From this point onwards, employers will only be able to furlough employees that they have furloughed for the full 3-week period prior to the 30th of June. This means that the final date by which an employer can furlough an employee for the first time will be the 10th of June for the current 3-week furlough period to be completed by the 30th of June. Employers will have until the 31st of July to make any claims in respect of the period to the 30th of June. Further support for employers on how to calculate claims with this extra flexibility will be available by the 12th of June. I feel these changes will be subject to a lot of criticism. If businesses continue to struggle and have to continue to furlough, They will be expected to pay a substantial part of their payroll costs in return for little or no benefit to themselves. In such circumstances, it's likely that employers will have little alternative but to limit their costs by making redundancies. Whilst the government can afford to pay employees to stay at home, struggling businesses simply won't be able to do so. They can't afford it. I suspect we'll hear a lot more about this on the news over the coming days. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share this video with others on your social media. Please keep well and safe. Bye for now.